Hey everyone, been really looking forward to getting a chance to sit down and talk this out, as well as field test a couple new products from Daiwa that I'm really excited about. The first being the brand new Tatula spinning rod. This is a 610 medium that I've bought. It's a perfect all-purpose size for what I do. I throw a lot of Senkos, a lot of shaky heads, tubes, things like that. This has the backbone to handle it and the sensitivity, great size in it as well. The other being, of course, the Tatula 100 casting reel. A lot of hype around this one, and for good reason. This is a great reel so far. I love it. This guy here retails at $159.99, same as the spinning rod, by the way. Comes in a 6.3, a 7.1, 8.1, regular sizes, but this thing's awesome. It's only 6.9 ounces, solid aluminum frame from the Steez. It does have Daiwa's T-wing system, which is great, helps organize line, and you know, always the great brakes of the Tatula. So I'm gonna cut right now to me throwing these on the water, and then I'll come back and visit and give you some final thoughts. And guys, just so you know, I have the Tatula 100. I bought it in a 7.1, great all-around size. I can do almost anything I want with it. And I've got it currently on a 610 medium heavy casting rod, extra fast. Mine's actually a little soft, so it's actually a great jerkbait rod, which is what I got on. In the video just a minute ago, I had a Dragon Custom Tackle 110, but in the video you're seeing, I'm mostly throwing a Jackall Rerange, another great high-end jerkbait. And as I said, my spinning setup there, 610 medium. I've got a Shimano NASCI 2500 on it, a new reel, a 20-pound J-Braid, and then on the Tatula 100 I put 12-pound Seaguar InvisX. Well guys, pretty hyped so far. This reel is lovely. I mean, it casts really nice, makes a little bit of a weird sound, but it's still bombing. Super smooth. I know that's so cliche to say, you know. I tried my best not to do just a generic unboxing video where I'm like, ooh, it's so smooth right out of the box, but this is far and away the nicest reel I personally own. You know, I've been slowly upgrading my arsenal, and I definitely have gotten on the Daiwa bandwagon. I'm rocking Tatulas and Fuegos. You know, I'm not quite in the Steez price category or anything, or skill level, but for my price level and skill level, especially at the price I got this 100 at, I mean, this is amazing. All right, guys. First fish on my new Tatula 100. This reel casts like a dream. I'm just bombing it right now with the brakes on like 3. Feels really nice. I'm really liking it. Nice. First fish was a stupid pike minnow, but second fish, probably 2+ pound bass. I will take that any darn day. I'll switch over here to the Tatula spinning rod. I've really fallen in love with this rod since I got it. It's very light, it's very sensitive. These handles are super high quality. You know, it's got great feel, more than any rod I own. It's definitely the most sensitive rod I own by a mile, which is good. I wanted to upgrade my spinning gear, which is what I fish a lot of the time, especially throwing for small jaws. Got him. It's a great example of why I really like this new Tatula rod. I just felt the littlest tap and was able to lay into this guy right up against a tree. I mean, it was just the littlest thing, and I honestly don't even know with my old rods if I would have felt that, and that's what I paid the extra money for the Tatula. I know it's not a super high-end rod, but it's a great bridge in between the really cheap gear and the nicer gear, so it worked. Yeah, one thing I really like is right now I'm feeling my way along the bottom and feeling off these rocks, and with some of these cheaper rods I just can't do that. Like even with my previous rod, which was around $100 rod, as I would work a bottom bait through, I could feel stuff, but you know, you'd hear people say, oh, I can tell exactly what I'm on, you know, and I never really had that. Now I can definitely, like, just drag in the bait. I can feel whether I've hit dirt. I can tell whether it's an actual rock, how hard the rock is, you know. It makes a big difference as far as how I, you know, work my bait back, and how I know when to stop. You know, like when I'm working along this dirt on the bottom and I feel a patch of rock, I know that's where I should slow down and work the bait a little bit more, because that's where those fish are more likely to be. And that's just, it's one of the really nice things I like about this rod. Well guys, still out here on the water, really enjoying this. I've caught a few fish on it. It fights fish well. The drag's really smooth, that same drag system that Daiwa's been using for a while. This is definitely a different reel. You know, I'm gonna break down how it fits in my hand and things like that, and that's the biggest thing. It's this super low profile. But the features on this reel are great. This is on the Steez frame, which is great. That's, you know, the high-end Daiwa stuff. You know, it's really nice. Super smooth braking system. It's got single control on it. That's kind of the new thing with this. It's got this great control on the side, awesome graphics and look. I love the look of this reel, matte black finish and everything. It looks great, but the tension control knob's a little different than a lot of other reels. You can see it's really low profile, really tight, and it's, oh man, it's almost impossible to adjust. I tried last night. You know, they say it comes from the factory already set up to be just optimal, and it's pretty close. I mean, all the baits I have, they drop at a pretty good rate, controllable and things like that. So so far that's worked really good, and again, it casts really well. The braking works pretty good. I've been into some wind. I've had it on about 10 as I get used to it. I've also got some brand new line on it, some InvisX, and you know, so far so good. I've had a couple overruns, I always do with new line, but I can already tell this thing's going to cast so much better than a lot of them do. And like I said earlier on, I don't want to do the generic, oh, it's so smooth, but it really is. It reels really nice. It's really comfortable, and I can't understate how big of a difference that smaller size makes for longevity. I can already tell that it's so much more comfortable when you're reeling, casting all day long, and that's a great feature. And the handles here, I believe it's a 90 mil handle. They changed these handles. These are weird. They almost feel like some of the other brands' rubber after you've used them a while and your skin's gotten that kind of slick tackiness. They're really comfortable. They're soft. All in all, really comfortable reel to hold, really comfortable reel to wind, cast, everything about it so far I really like. I'm really impressed. One thing I did want to compare is how the reel fits in your hand, because this new Tatula is the smallest reel on the market, or so they say, the lowest profile. So this here is a Tatula CT. This is the $130-ish Tatula, and it's a nice reel. It's fairly compact, and it does fit pretty good. You know, I have fat hands, but it fits pretty good. To contrast, here's how the new one sits. It's you can see how much more my hand engulfs it, and what that means is that as I'm on the water all day, you know, it's way more comfortable on my hands. Just so far casting it, it's felt significantly better, you know, than the bigger Tatula does. My hand doesn't get as tired. You know, my palm doesn't cramp as much wrapping around it, and that's just really nice for when you're fishing all darn day, making a ton of casts. I did want to note that I am not 100% yet if my reel is defective out of the box or if it's supposed to do this, but mine makes kind of a brrrr sound as I cast. I don't have another reel that does that, and I don't know if it's just the multi-layer braking or what, but it sounds like that. It doesn't sound quite right. Well, there you have it. Got a lot of great things to say about both these products. As I said in the video, I adore the sensitivity of the Tatula. For me, it's my first kind of, you know, that higher mid-range, or I guess whatever you want to call a mid-range rod, step up from the entry-level stuff, not quite the high-end stuff. It's great, super sensitive, it feels really strong. I don't have any trouble with fish, casts really nice. So far, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It's light, I really like the quality of the cork and the reel seat and everything. It's been working out great. These line guides are really nice too. As for this guy, the Tatula 100, I don't know what else there is to say about it. It's a terrific reel. I really love the way it fits in my hand. It's super comfortable. I like how it casts. I love the way the T-wing system works on it. Again, great brakes. I love the easy control I talked about a bit. This low profile knob, and then comes preset from the factory, and then the single control for it. Again, you know, it's a dream. I love it. So other than that weird little whirring noise, I would give this guy a 10 out of 10. It's easily the best reel I own and my favorite reel. So hey guys, I appreciate everybody coming along, showing interest in this. If you like, subscribe, all the stuff that makes me want to keep doing it. Thanks again.